Public comment on items not on this agenda. It is the council's policy to refer matters raised in this forum to staff for investigation and/or action where appropriate. The Brown Act prohibits the council from discussing or acting upon any matter not agendized pursuant to state law. Would anyone like to address the council under public comment? Mr. Peterson?
Thank you. I'm here to ask you to restore Resolution 1986-64, the lateral sewer program, to function. You voted, as I'm sure you recall last time, to rescind that resolution and replace it with another resolution which was has not appeared yet in draft form that I know of. And I'm sure that that you realize that this program is good for the citizens because it provides the citizens a service that they've been receiving since 1986, that they've been paying for since 1986, and that all that has to be done is adjust the allowance for it. Particularly also it benefits, so it does benefit the citizens, it benefits the city in another way, that the state of California actually asks for cities to have a lateral sewer program, maintenance and improvement program, and they view such a program as very favorable if there's any reason for them to criticize the performance of the city in reducing its sewer overflows. Particularly if the city does not meet the requirements of the cease and desist order and this consent decree with baykeepers in 2019 and 2020, having this lateral ordinance in place would moderate any reaction by the state to such a failure. I know this is difficult for you to do, but especially because it's difficult to appreciate the staff's errors leading to last week's vote. One of them is that the sanitary sewer overflows were over-reported substantially to the state, which affected the fine and the criticism from baykeepers. And the graph that the staff prepared was grossly overestimated the future costs of the lateral program because it included costs that could not be known at this time. And in addition, the staff's report missed the calling attention to the state's favorable review of a lateral program. Robert's Rules of Order, newly revised as a parliamentary rules that you operate under, allow for reconsideration of a motion and of a resolution and rescinding it and replacing it with another, especially if it's done shortly after an earlier approval, which was at the last meeting. This would be your first opportunity to do this. I'd like to recommend to you that you do that. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else under public comment?
Hello.
Could you state your name and your street, please?
That would help, wouldn't it? It's Alessandra Clark. I live on Madison Avenue. As a member of the San Bruno fundraisers group, I just wanted to make an announcement letting everybody know about the walkathon and potluck. We're planning that for this Sunday, May 3rd. So you guys are going to clean up the park and we're going to mess it right back up. We're planning on having food and fun, face painting, games, a raffle. Basically, we're going to use this as an opportunity to kind of get the community together, kind of let our hair down a little bit because we've all been pretty stressed with everything that's been going on within the school district. We're hoping that a number of our teachers will be attending as well. And during that time, we're also going to be conducting a walkathon where we'll be going twice around the park and just having all kinds of fun with the students, teachers, and community. So I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention.
What are the hours?
Oh, that would help. 9 to 3.
9 to 3.
9 to 3. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Good evening, council members. Jim Evangelist, 105 DeSoto Way. I know it's late in the game, but the point of sale ordinance, as written, from what I understand of it, is, I think, significantly lacking in appropriate test measures for the homes that are going to be going up for sale. The camera testing system, although it does provide some significant information, it doesn't really get to the meat of the matter on whether or not the sewer lateral is able to hold water or if it allows exfiltration or infiltration. That can be done by either a water test, air test, or now there's some very accurate electronic devices that are apparently quite simple to operate that can really test if the lateral is in need of repair, in which case it would be repaired, and if it didn't need repair, then there wouldn't be a cost associated with that. So, thank you.
All right, thank you. Anyone else?
Marty Medina, Garden Avenue. In case anybody was driving along San Bruno Avenue in El Camino today, there was a rally, and there was probably over 100 residents and teachers that were on the corners and trying to draw attention to one of the things you're going to be addressing tonight, which is a huge deficit for our San Bruno Public School Park School District. The last meeting that I attended, they were talking about closing the school for next year. So, looking forward to a positive resolution. Also wanted to commend the San Bruno Community Foundation for their outreach. These flyers have been going around, and there is now a chance for the public to comment on what they want to do with that $70 million that PG&E settled with the city. And I'd like to see some ways of the city allowing each resident to choose one particular nonprofit, San Bruno based, which would be approved by the council, because everything that the Community Foundation does has to be approved by you guys anyhow. So if we allowed everybody to put their portion of $1 million each year, it can go to whatever everybody wants. San Bruno Giants, the school district, senior center, soccer fields, anything. So each resident would have a choice to where that portion, let's say it was $100, and that $100 could go anywhere that the council would approve, that those are approved places for the money to go. So one other thing, I got another minute here. Our Councilwoman Irene O'Connell last mentioned at our meeting last month that there was some interest in possibly reconfiguring the driveway, the street on Linden behind City Hall. One would be to increase the flow of traffic through there, and also to reduce the amount of grass that is there, because grass is now, you know, a money water sponge. So I recall a few years ago when I worked at Public Works that the City Council was preparing to work an agreement with the school district to go ahead and take a piece of that property on the east side of the Allen School and kind of reconfigure that. So I think it would be a great opportunity, with the reminder from Councilwoman O'Connell, to re-examine that, and that would be a way that the city could improve the flow, reduce the water use, and also find a way to get some funds to the school district. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hi, my name is Cynthia Dasho, and I'm on Elm Avenue. I wanted to address the City Council and thank, in particular, Councilman Rico Mendita for putting the resolution for the San Bruno Park School District. I also want, and I'm sure you guys know, but I also wanted to bring to your attention the new superintendent that has been hired for next year, and I just wanted to put an appeal out for the council to hopefully see this as a fresh start for interaction between the school board and the city, because as you are well aware, we're having so many issues with our school district and the budget and cuts, and this isn't going to be resolved really anytime soon. So I think continued due diligence and perhaps support at some meetings, being willing and open to working with the school board would be really great, because this will impact our city in so many ways, with how our city is perceived, property values, parents wanting to come to San Bruno and putting their children into our schools, which they're wonderful schools. So thank you to the city council member, Medina, and thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else under public comment?